Ever wondered how to make a New York-style pizza at home? Ah, the mystery of the perfect New York-style pizza. Its allure has captured the hearts and taste buds of pizza lovers everywhere. Its thin, hand-tossed crust that's crispy on the outside, yet soft and chewy on the inside. Its light yet flavorful topping of tomato sauce made just right, not too sweet, not too tart. And let's not forget the crowning glory of high-quality mozzarella cheese that melts into a creamy, dreamy delight. But how does one recreate this masterpiece at home? Is it possible to bring the magic of the New York pizza kitchen into your very own? Good news, it is! And it's not as daunting as it might seem. With a few key ingredients, a bit of patience, and a dash of love, you too can craft this culinary delight. Ready to unravel the mystery of making a New York-style pizza at home? Buckle up, pizza lovers! First things first, let's gather all the ingredients. For our New York-style pizza, we're going to need a few key items. To create our perfect dough, we'll need all-purpose flour, instant yeast, sugar, salt, and warm water. Remember, a good pizza starts with a good base. Now let's talk toppings. The heart of a true New York-style pizza lies in its simplicity. We're going to stick to the basics: high-quality mozzarella cheese and a simple yet flavorful tomato sauce. The mozzarella should be creamy and fresh, and our sauce, well, it should be made from ripe, juicy tomatoes, seasoned with just the right amount of herbs and spices. Throw in some fresh basil leaves for that extra punch of flavor, and we're all set. A drizzle of olive oil will provide the perfect finishing touch. Now that we have all the ingredients, it's time to get our hands dirty. The heart and soul of a New York-style pizza lie in its thin, crispy yet chewy crust. So let's get our hands doughy, shall we? Making pizza dough from scratch is like creating a piece of art. It's all about the right blend of simple ingredients and a bit of patience. So we start with 5 cups of high-gluten flour. Why high gluten, you ask? That's the secret to the unique chewy texture of our crust. Next, add 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of sugar into the flour. Sugar is not just for a hint of sweetness, but it also helps in browning the crust to perfection. Then, sprinkle 1 packet of instant yeast. The yeast is our rising star here, quite literally, as it helps our dough to puff up. Now add a dash of olive oil for that beautiful sheen and a subtle flavor. Pour in 1 3/4 cups of warm water while you stir the mixture. The water should be warm, not hot, to make sure the yeast stays alive and kicking. Once the ingredients are well mixed, it's time to knead. Kneading is not just a process, it's a therapeutic experience. So put in all your love and energy into it. Knead until the dough is smooth and elastic. A good 10 to 15 minutes of kneading should do the trick. Now cover the dough with a damp cloth and let it rest. This resting time is crucial, as it allows the yeast to do its magic, and the dough to develop its flavor. After about 1 to 2 hours, you will see the dough has doubled in size. And here comes the fun part, hand-tossing the dough. This not only gives our pizza its thin center and thick edges, but also creates air pockets for that perfect, crispy yet chewy texture. Voila, your pizza dough is ready for some topping action. Now comes the fun part, dressing up our pizza. Let's start with the base layer, the tomato sauce. Use a ladle or spoon to scoop it onto the center of your dough. From there, gently spread it outwards, leaving about ½ inch of bare dough at the edge for the crust. This gives your pizza that authentic New York-style look. Next up, it's time for the mozzarella. But here's the trick. Instead of just dumping the cheese on, we're going to distribute it evenly over the sauce. Take a handful of cheese and let it fall gently on the pizza, moving your hand around to ensure every area gets its fair share. A beautiful cheese spread is key to a mouth-watering New York-style pizza. Now our pizza is ready for any additional toppings you fancy. Whether it's pepperoni, mushrooms, onions, or even pineapple for the adventurous ones among us, it's your call. But a word of caution, New York-style pizza is known for its thin, crispy crust and balanced flavors. So avoid the temptation to overload your pizza with toppings. Remember, sometimes less is more. And there we have it. Our pizza, adorned with sauce, cheese, and toppings of our choosing, is looking absolutely delicious. It's a masterpiece in the making, a testament to the timeless appeal of New York-style pizza. Our pizza is now all dressed up and ready to hit the oven. Finally, it's time to bake our creation and bring it to life. The wait has been worth it, as we're about to witness the transformation of our handcrafted dough and carefully chosen toppings into a mouth-watering New York-style pizza. First, preheat your oven to its highest setting, usually around 500 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have a pizza stone, now's the time to put it in. This will give your pizza that quintessential crispy bottom that New York-style pizzas are known for. Once the oven reaches the desired temperature, it's time to introduce our pizza. Carefully transfer the pizza onto the hot stone or baking sheet. Now close the oven door and let the magic happen. Baking a pizza is like watching a symphony. The cheese starts to bubble and melt, the crust begins to rise and turn a golden brown, and the aroma of the baking pizza fills your kitchen. This process usually takes about 12 to 15 minutes, but keep an eye on it. When the edges of your pizza are golden and the cheese is bubbly and slightly browned, you know it's done. Carefully remove it from the oven and let it cool for a few minutes. This will make slicing easier and will prevent you from burning your mouth on the hot cheese. There you have it, a homemade New York-style pizza. Now all that's left is to slice it up and enjoy.